Hello, this is Lorena and I'm back with another Duel Links video. Social night was very slow, it was very quiet, so I decided I should probably leave. But while I was gone, I made myself a sandwich and I ate it. So I ate something that required actual effort. Lately, I've been surviving off Domino orders and snack food, which is not good for me, but the rest of my diet isn't either. No, let's turbo duel. In real life, I would never do this. Like, even if I incarnated into a world where this was a viable method of entertainment, I would never own a Duel or a Duel Runner. Like, I'm surprised I keep calling it Duel instead of Duel Runner. I remember Duel from the anime, the Japanese anime. So it's the Japanese version, but yeah. No, I haven't even watched 5D subs. I've only seen the dub. And with DM, I haven't watched it subbed either, really. I've only seen it dubbed. And DX, I've only watched season 4, which hasn't been dubbed. So I had to watch it subbed because there was no dub to go along with it. I really liked season 3, but then I looked back and I was like, really? Really? Like, I saw Belle was given a second boob in the dub, and yes, YouTube, I said boob. But listen, YouTube. Women have to take care of their infants. Anyway. I don't really like that the dub made you Belle into a woman. Like, I don't have a problem with their voice being feminine leaning. My problem is just they aren't originally supposed to be female. They're supposed to be genderless. So by giving them a gender, it kind of ruins the point. And because it ruins the point, I'm just like, dude, I just prefer that Belle needs to be given justice. Belle should not have been, they should have not have been treated the way they were in the dub. They deserved better. Now, I want to take the moment to realize, do you know what it took me to get that card on the field? It took my opponents no time at all. The jealousy is real, but also get good is real as well. I should just get better at playing this game. That is a valid response. That is a valid response. Okay. Well, I know I've lost, but that's okay, because losing is, in my head, I was like, losing is a sin. Dude, what? What was my brain thinking about? Like, what is the context for that? I'm pretty sure I know the context, but why? I don't know. Okay. I'm waiting This is taking forever. Dude, just attack me. Get this over with. Don't even bother with the annoying card plays. Alright, well, you've won. There's nothing. Like, that... Like, yeah, well, that loss was horrible, but... I've come up with something I want to do with some of my decks. Like, I want to put a certain card in there. And I'm actually going to keep Acts of Despair. So I should change the name of the last video. But also, well, I did title it Acts of Despair Goes to the Graveyard. It usually does when I'm doing a ranked duel or any PvP for that matter. So that isn't wrong, but I need better strategies. I need better strats. Yeah, I need better strats. I definitely need better strats. Like, dude, I can't complain if someone kicks my ass in the duel. Like, if they were bragging about it, sure, I could be like, dude, stop bragging about it. But at that point, the issue would become about them bragging and all that, but not the loss. Not that they won, just that they are being terrible about it. And I assume that a lot of players in this game aren't actually that bad when it comes to losses, or winning for that matter, but that line is still in my head. I saw a tweet from a Yu-Gi-Oh! VTuber, and this is a woman, by the way, and they were told, they were basically asked why they aren't using a more girly deck, and I was just like, dude, I'm not even that person, and I was pissed off on their behalf. Yeah, I was pissed off when I read that. Like, dude, I play the deck I want to play. I don't care what you think of it. Ugh, that was so terrifyingly awful. I had never seen anything so cursed in my life until that moment. It was awful. I'm just like, dude, there are still people that act like that. Seriously? This is 2021, and you're going to tell a girl, a woman, an adult woman probably, that she should play a girly deck. That is bullshit. Let everyone play what they want. Let everyone of all genders and no genders play whatever they want. And I am a big supporter of people being allowed to be genderless. I don't necessarily understand the concept, but I do understand that it exists. I respect that, and also, sometimes gender is just annoying. You don't want to deal with it. And that's valid. That is completely valid. I support everyone to the best of my ability. And as long as you aren't toxic. If you are toxic, I probably don't hate you necessarily for being toxic, but I can't be around toxic people for long periods of time, or I just flip my shit. Alright, so I see. Well, if this is... You know, this deck would do better if it was more defined. Yeah, I know it's all over the place, but I kind of think that's one of its best strengths. Like, if I don't get Judgment Dragon in my hand, shouldn't I be able to do something? I mean, I shouldn't rely on that one card, should I? I mean, that just doesn't seem right to me. Because Judgment Dragon, I only have one copy of that card. And if it went to the graveyard, well, I wouldn't be able to use it. So I would need a backup strategy. On the other hand, I probably should get more Judgment Dragons. But later, guys, I need that one card, and also, I'm sure there are cards in the box that I could still get more copies of without resetting it. Okay, well, you're taking forever, dude. Yeah, this guy's taking forever. And I say, as I too take forever with a lot of things. I need to do something besides dueling. But I've found a problem here in my life today. I think I am very lonely, and I'm like, dude, I'm trying my best to set up for future connections with people. But that isn't supposed to be instant. I'm supposed to just... But yeah, my brain is still my brain regardless. It doesn't care about anything. It doesn't care about logic or reason. All it cares about is the fact that it's not getting what it wants right away. And I'm just like, are you freaking serious? Dude, you know what? I was about to lose anyway. I should not. My opponent won. So, congratulations. You just saw me make the dumbest move I have made in a long time. Which is, actually, there were dumber moves I've made. I mean, look at my life points, and look at my hand, and look at the field. There is nothing I could have done to prevent defeat. Like, even if I put that card face down, my opponent would just destroy it. And then attack with the other blue eyes, which would give him the win. And now, obviously, I really should use a more defined deck. Which would definitely make things easier. Dude, why is that in attack? Why is that in defense position? Are you... Wait a minute, he doesn't even need the other one. What am I talking about? I gave him the win. Although, to be honest, it was more than us giving it to him. I mean, he had it there regardless of what I did. So, I lost. I did something stupid, which is pretty much a common thing for me in this game. Okay, what does this do? I don't care about it. If I see that other characters have this skill, I don't care about it. And you see, the thing about a skill that a lot of characters have is it's generic. And if only a few characters have this skill, well, it's better, but it's not ideal. It's not the kind of skill that you're probably going for with that character. And if a skill is exclusive to that character, then you can make a deck focused on that character's deck, and you can make a very good deck based on what they use. And that is actually a very good, and that is a very good thing to do. And now, obviously, it's not bad to have decks. I mean, it's not bad for a lot of characters to share skill, because one, it would be stupid if I said that because that doesn't make any sense. But second, I also think that because I want multiple decks, I'm probably going to be building most decks that most characters use. Now, there are some decks I will never create, ever. But, I mean, I want to build as many decks as possible. Yes, that is right. I want to build as many decks as possible. And this does mean using more than just the character's usual deck. And now, why do I want to build as many decks as possible? Why do I want to do that when I only vibe with some decks and not others? Well, I don't really think that's an issue, because I don't think that I'm really going to be using so many decks that I have to start building decks for archetypes I don't want to build. On the other hand, if I can build it, I probably should. Okay, so I used a super rare earlier. And I probably should have got, actually, I'm wondering what rarity Karma Cut is. Because I'm pretty sure that, I mean, so many people have that card and use it. And I completely understand that it's good based on the amount of people that use it against me. And I can tell when a strategy is good based on how often I see it used. And that's actually how I learn strategies and memorize them. Okay, well, my opponent is kicking my ass. That's no surprise, by the way. I've lost a lot. But I mean, I've gotten to 50 wins today, so I'm halfway to the goal that I was trying to achieve. The goal that I no longer need to achieve. But still, a goal that would be nice to be reached. Now, why would I want 100 wins to begin with? Well, I'm not burned out on this card game yet. Yeah, I'm not, yeah. I mean, obviously, if I do it too much, I'm going to burn out. But I really shouldn't play just this game either. So I do need to be careful when it comes to that. Okay, give me a second while I look at some standard things. If you have no idea what I mean by standard things, well, it means that I wait for my opponent to make their move. I look up from time to time, and you know what? This isn't. Then banish up. What? What do I want to do? Okay. I should do something. Like, pick something and go with it. I know. When a card or effect that you can, when a card or effect that, I think that was the dumbest move in history. I think that was the most, yeah. I do not have any defense for that. Hold on. I'm going to draw a card. Actually, I can't. Yeah, okay. All my monsters get 4,000 life. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Whatever. I end my turn. My opponent wins. I'm good. And now, obviously, I don't want to play this card game too much, which is a problem I all too often fall into is, well, it's just very common for me to hyper-focus. Like, sometimes I'm bored as hell, and I don't want to do anything, but lately it's like, if I stop doing things, then it's worse. Much worse. It's not just the fact that I'm not doing anything. It's the fact that something I am not doing is, well, it just isn't helpful to sit here and do nothing. It doesn't fix my problems. It doesn't make them go away. The problems are still there. But also, dueling isn't going to fix my problems either. Yeah, dueling is not going to fix my problems. But I'm okay with that, because I guess for now, it's something. I mean, I seem to be playing it, so even when you hear me angered or whatever, it's pretty obvious that I'm, dude, am I going to be disconnected? I don't see any connection issues from my opponent's side of the field, so the connection problem is probably on my end this time. Great. Although I've lost already, so it doesn't really matter exactly. I mean, it's just what it is. Okay, I'm waiting. You know, I would really love that second win, but I mean, I see things the way that I see them. My opponent, well, it doesn't say that my connection is. Well, now I'm confused. Yeah, I'm very confused. Because, obviously, it's not on my end. Actually, it's hard to say that this isn't on my end, but I was talking about, if this was a thing on my end, I think the game would be telling me that. I mean, I think there would be other activities letting me know that's the problem. But I don't know that for sure. Is there anything I can do that might suggest it's on my end? Well, I could say something, I guess. Give me a second. No, if I... Hold on, I'm not actually trying to insult my opponent, I'm just like... Is my internet working or is it dead?
Are you scared to duel?
What? This is a problem on my end.
Let's see what you can do. Spend my turn. It's my turn.
Oh, okay, well, this is confusing, like, I'm ready for this duel to end. This isn't going to help me.
I activate a spell card.
Dude, I don't even remember that name. I don't remember that voice, not in my life. Okay, well, just because I did that doesn't mean that I've got any chance in hell of winning this. Also, I think this is a different voice actor than the one I'm familiar with. Okay, I might be wrong, by the way, because it's been a long time since I've heard these voices. Okay, so who asked that? I thought it was... Well, it was probably Jack that said it. It's more in character for him to have said it than... Yeah, I'm talking about that, are you scared to duel? Yeah, that seems more like something Jack would say. I don't see you saying that. That doesn't stop him from asking, but, well, it was my opponent that wasn't doing anything. Now, on the other hand, this doesn't necessarily mean that the problem was on my opponent's end. I could have definitely had some connection issues during that duel, and I just wasn't aware of them. But, the duel continued. So I'm going to assume that it was on my opponent's end. But I'm also very, they could have just been distracted by something. It didn't necessarily have to be a connection problem. Because there were no indicators of either one of us having a problem with our connection. And I do take a while to make a move sometimes, which is often a problem because I'm trying to record and I end up distracted. Now, the reason that I often end up distracted is actually quite simple. Because I'm trying to multitask and do multiple things at once, and while this obsession can be very consuming, I don't want anything in my life to be damaged because of this. I'm on my way to the 100th video in this Duel Links playlist. 100 videos. Dude, I have almost played this game for just I've been uploading YouTube videos for roughly 2 months now. And I already have over 100 videos on my channel. Do you know how insane that is? Well, it definitely says how much free time I have. And I'm sure it's also very believable that I've got social isolation issues. But especially in this case, I'm kind of doing it to myself. So I can't blame anyone but myself for that. Now, on one hand, I don't actually mind, but on another, I'm just like, I'd like to do something else, maybe cover different content, but here's the problem. I'm kind of afraid of doing that other content and actually uploading it. And that's definitely one of the reasons I think I'm using this game as a crutch. It's familiar and it feels safe, and I don't think it's going to get me kicked off YouTube. But yeah. And you know what? Yes, that is absolutely a problem. Like, I could get banned from YouTube for posting certain things. Like, no matter what no matter if I'm expressing myself or not, any stupid reason could get me banned from YouTube. And I'm just like, dude. I mean, there's normal self-consciousness, but then there's the fact that, well, YouTube does not treat its content creators with respect. So, even if I'm relatively unknown right now, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm safe. And while I am not safe, I mean, outside of YouTube's problems, I also have problems of my own that have nothing to do with this game. And because they have nothing to do with this game, that's what I mean when I feel like I'm using this game as a crutch. Because I don't have to be playing this game. Most of my videos don't have to be like this. But it's like, I just don't want to cover certain content that I want to cover, but I don't want others to overreact to it, or downvote my videos because of one or two sentences or whatever. There are many reasons I am hesitant to actually cover other content. Now, I do love this game. So we can pretty much assume that, well, I'm using it as a crutch in my opinion, but I do still enjoy playing it. So that's not exactly, that doesn't exactly change just because of this or that. Okay, well, I'm going to use something as a tribute now. Yes, that's right. I tribute summon Cyber Dragon. I do not special summon it. But hold on. My opponent can respond to this. But I really don't see any reason why my opponent would choose to do it at that point. Because my opponent's monster has more attack than mine. Okay, give me a second. How many? Oh, yes. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm going to put this out. Yeah, I'm going to activate it. And now what do I expect will happen as a result? My Cyber Dragon is dead. What? Is he destroying? Hold on a second. Which card is? I see. I was just self-conscious. But, you know, that other face-down card could be anything. What if that guy... I didn't even check that thing's effect. And I'm just attacking it like well, there's also that, I guess. No. Okay, Red Eyes. What is that? Okay, Red Eyes Archfiend of Lightning. Okay. No, interesting. I won that. I did not expect to be fair, I'm not actually that bad of a duelist. I'm just... I mean, if I call myself a bad duelist, then, well, that's just ignoring the game entirely. Like, shouldn't I try to improve at least? And I don't think I'll ever be the best duelist out there. I mean, that's obvious. Every game has its whales, every game has people that are just better than you. But it's obvious that I am not a bad duelist. I am just self-conscious. And also aware of how long I've spent not being fully caught up with the game. Yeah, like, I know some archetypes. I mean, obviously. What do I do with this? And if you... what? Okay, well, I'm going to use this. Yes, I selected this monster that I control. I don't know what this... I don't even know what I'm expecting, but, use the effective power of Guardians. Yes. Remove one counter from your side of the field. Yes. Okay, I see. And my opponent responds by doing the same thing. Okay, well that's dangerous, I must say. Very, very dangerous. Attacks a monster. Okay, hold on. Okay. If this card attacks a monster. Okay. I see. Well, you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to use more spell counters. Yeah, I'm going to use more spell counters. This isn't a spell counter. This is... Wait, actually... I'm getting things confused now. Let's just be real. Okay. Well, it may not be destroyed, but does that negate the battle damage? No, it does not. Ancient Yu-Gi-Oh! Proverb, but you still take damage. I end my turn. If this is, interesting. My opponent and I are basically doing the same thing. Witness the bond with my... is he synchro summoning? Wait a minute. Well, he did put that thing in defense position, which kind of made me think he was going to synchro summon. But saying that is just something he says if he draws a card. Like, it's one of those. Okay, he special summons a monster, and it's a huge... Oh, God. Let me look at this card. I see. I see exactly what you're doing. I see your plan. I see your plot. Alright. Go ahead. Show me what you're planning to do. Alright, I activate this. That's right, I activate it. This card is going on the field right now. This is great, guys. This is great. Use your... What does it do? Okay, well, it's... Alright, well... For a second there, I was worried. Okay, I'm just going to summon that card. I mean, I'm just going to activate that card. Like, I want that off the field. But also, is it worth it? Yes, it is. Yes, it's worth it. To get that card off the field, I will do almost anything. What? That didn't do anything. Did it? Alright, well that's fine. I will not do that again. But my blue eyes over here only has 3,000 life points. And I can only have 12 speed counters. Speed and... Dude, I keep going between the two. It's like... Dude, I'm confusing everyone. Yes, I'm confusing everyone. Go ahead, do what you want. Actually, I probably should not be saying that. Like, real talk, I don't think I should be saying that. Okay. Well, I can take the damage. I can take the damage. That should be all that matters. What? Well, I mean, I'm both countering the battle damage and the effect. Okay, give me a second. Let me look. And that person... Well, I need something good. Something that will... Give me a second. I'm trying to think of something to do, but I don't know. But like, maybe this one. One tuner. No, I don't think that'll work. This one might though. But I would need the right amount of, yeah, I would need something for this. No, hold on. I don't actually... I end my turn here. Now that was the longest amount of time I've taken to figure out what I should do. But I did it for a good reason. You know, wait a minute. Did I do it for good reason? It doesn't actually matter at this point, does it? Okay. There's one counter on that one, and there are two over here. It stands to reason that if I use spell counters, then my card is destroyed. If my life points go down to 0, same thing. So basically, I'm removing spell counters to keep this card on the field. And that was obviously, well, yeah, I probably should, yeah. Well, you know, things happen. Things happen. I mean, I'm not saying this is a good deck. I'm just saying this is the deck I'm using. And obviously, that could mean a number of things. It could mean my deck sucks. It could mean anything, basically. Like, let's not kid ourselves. I know that my deck is not good, but I'm not trying to be a professional duelist or anything, am I? Of course, if I want to win any duels, I should probably try harder. and that means learn some actual strats. And elemental heroes don't count. Okay. Right. This is going to take a while. The deck that's usually used with Aki is, oh lord. Well, now if I end up on the losing side of this situation, if I've got a monster on my field, I am definitely going to try having some fun. Just saying that now. And now, obviously, I really shouldn't do anything stupid unless I'm losing, and it doesn't matter. But, well, yeah. I am definitely willing to do whatever it takes. Okay, I end my turn. Now I think that I am using a strategy that may be worthwhile to use in other decks. But this deck isn't exactly put together very well. Yes, I am roasting my deck and myself for choosing to build this deck. But again, this isn't really a good Lightsworn deck because there is a lot of good support I'm missing. And that's a problem. That is a definite problem. Okay. I'm almost at the max amount of speed counters. I need to pay attention to what my opponent does. Okay. My opponent could summon Black Rose Dragon. That is not the card that you summoned, but the same thing basically. At least you made it. Okay. Well, this pretty much means I lose. Yeah, this pretty much means I lose, but I mean, I've got a card in my hand that could basically... Hold on a second, hold on. While we are on the topic here, how about I actually pay attention to the duel instead of thinking that I am just so screwed? Yeah, let's think for a second. Activate. I want to know what the fourth one is. Yeah, that one. Okay, I attack my opponent. They probably have a card that turns it to life points instead, but let's see. Karma Cut. No, wait, that's not Karma Cut, that's something else. It's still just as bad in my opinion. Just as bad, sure. Well, they're still... Okay. Fine, I end my turn. I get the feeling that sometimes I don't sound like I'm enjoying the game, but when you know how... But listen. I would not be playing this game if I did not want to. I mean, I'm not one of those people that continues to play a game for this long. And, I mean, listen, I've been playing this game obsessively for the past 2 months. Obviously, I like this game. I think it's pretty obvious. And sometimes I do sound like I'm enjoying it, but I think the feeling has somewhat worn off. And I think the reason for that is November is drawing near. Yes, November is drawing near. Halloween can be potentially very disturbing. And the reason it could be potentially disturbing is, well, I don't have any plans for what to write. And I'm over here saying I want to be a writer, and I'm saying enough words for people to believe me. I'm also typing enough paragraphs for people to believe me. I mean, there's no question that I've got the potential. But I haven't done anything about why I'm stuck. And the description for those videos where I was making fun of my poor synchro summoning, those videos were sort of minor writing stuff. Like, that was some attempt at writing something in terms of the description, because I was using my imagination, and I'm just like, well, if it fits my imagination, I may as well write it like I might as well type it like, you know, maybe a story or something. I don't know. Now, obviously, I I'm not sure how good it was. I'm not even sure it's funny, to be honest. But I wanted to make fun of how bad I understood how to summon a specific... I mean, my understanding of how to summon a specific card was so bad that I brought in Dr. Crowler and I made him part of this. And I tried... And I'm not sure how in character he is in that writing, but he definitely gave me he would definitely fail me regardless, because I get the feeling I probably don't want to do this. But I'm doing it anyway because I may not want to do this, but also those cards should not scare me. Nothing should scare me. No, it's fine to be Oh, you think I'm going to attack you? Well, dude, I know what that does. Why would I attack you after you've just activated this? Now, obviously, I think my opponent has that card in his deck to discourage his opponent from actually attacking. And obviously, it's going to work. I mean, especially if there's a card with a lot of attack. Okay. Okay. I see. Hold on a second. Did you really just do that? Yes, he did it. And hold on. Well, I change it to attack position. I also summoned this card. Yes, that's right. And also... Fiendish Chain. I'm going to draw a card. This doesn't sound like something that makes sense, but I'm going to draw a card. Okay, and I battle my opponent now. Okay, and I attack my opponent. And that means I win. Congratulations to me, I won. Yes, yes. You know, I picture Jack saying that to himself after every duel. Congratulations, me. You won again, and that's awesome. Keep it up. Keep it up because you're the king. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. Anyhow, I win. That is always a nice thing to experience. It's just very nice to get wins, you know? Win one turbo duel. Okay, well, I guess we've moved on to you have to win now. And that's pretty much what I'm getting here. And that isn't a bad thing. That isn't a bad thing to acquire. Because, I mean, when you're moving up, sure. But once you've made it to a certain point, well, surely you know how to win at this point, right? It's just straightforward. It's not very complicated. Okay, now I'm going to enter another turbo duel. Yes, that's right. I'm going to enter another one. And I'm going to work on that win. Yes, that's right. I'm going to work on that winning. Okay. Okay, listen. Oh, the opponent reached the first... What? Oh, I guess that says something about whether you're first or second. And the opponent apparently goes first. No, I'm not... No, the screen basically spoils that, but... It's also... I mean, I was confused, like, what that meant, and I'm just like, oh... Actually, it's saying who's going first. Okay. Okay. I see. Oh, I'm going to oh, wow. 13. Okay. Well, I'm going to summon this. That's right, I'm going to summon it. And I'm going to normal summon this. And I'm going to drive my opponent crazy. Yes, I'm going to drive my opponent nuts. I have to pick up the pace here, or I won't keep up. That trap, does it destroy my entire field? I mean, just asking. Target the attacking monster, negate the attack, and one face-up button. Are you kidding me? In turn, that's it, that's over. Yeah, my turn's over, It's your move, now it's your move, so, do some things. I want to see your cards. I see, so you're synchro summoning. Well, that's not good for me, but, good for my opponent. I mean, if they've got, a level 6 synchro monster in their deck, and why would he not? Okay. I pretty much see. What? Oh dear. You know, oh, well, I still took the damage, and that's okay. Okay. No, I take. Hold on a second. Does he really get any benefit from having done that? I mean, it could have been an accident. Accidents do happen, so, maybe he didn't actually mean to attack. I don't know. It's very confusing. I'm sure there are answers, but I don't need to worry about them. Yes, that's right. I don't need to worry about them. All I do is I win. Yes, I win. That is the most important thing about this entire thing. Is that I win. Okay, I gain 4,000 attack with everything. I attack you with everything, and unless you've got certain cards in your hand, then I win. I directly attack you. And I win. And that was a nice win, don't you think? Yes, I am here right now. Just enjoying this fine duel. Yes, it is a fine night to win. Definitely. And the victories still count toward my rank building. Yeah, I still love that those count. Okay, this is amazing. Okay, now I have to win 2 turbo duels. And there's master up at the top, and I'm like, what? Oh, and by the way, there's one that is... give me a second. I just need to look at this for a second. Your matching icon will change the reflective. Okay. I don't even know if I know what mine is. Okay. Okay. The more lottery coins you get. Oh wow. I get lottery coins. This is very, very awesome. I must say it is very awesome. Okay. Now, it said something about something being unlocked at some point. Like, when was this? Like, I don't remember anything. Okay, you can duel against other. Okay. draw from the lottery to get rewards such as cards and gems. Okay. You took. Okay, you entered it. Dude, how do you check yours? I want to know that. Until October 21st. I mean, actually, I just want to know something real quick. Is there a way to view your icon thing? I mean, just saying, I'm curious. I don't see it. And I can just draw. I've got enough cards to draw from this 3 times. And if I keep going over and over and over, well, this game isn't going to stop me from being competitive. I mean, that would just ruin the point of a competitive game to begin with. Limit the competition. No, don't do that. Now, I'm going to keep doing this. Yeah, I'm going to keep doing this. But for now, I'm just going to chill. Yeah, I don't want to chill too much, but I do want to go over some things while I'm chilling. Which is, yeah, I'm afraid to put other content on YouTube because I have no idea how people will respond to it. But there's actually another problem. Like, other people may not respond to it well, but how would YouTube respond to it? And I just think in my head that I've seen a lot of content creators just, it's just very awful, and I'm like, and I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to navigate this. Like, what kind of YouTuber am I becoming? And what do I do if YouTube bans me? Like, seriously. That would really suck, wouldn't it? If YouTube bans me for any reason. Now, I want to make sure, I don't want that to happen. And I think the best way for me to not get banned would be coming up with content that obviously isn't based on too much other content. Like, obviously, I don't think Konami is going to destroy me for playing Duel Links on YouTube. But if I try to play other games, that's not necessarily, they might get offended and just file a copyright claim or something. But obviously, this game is free to play. And you know what I think when a game is easy to play? You should be able to stream yourself playing it and upload videos of you doing that, right? Right? No, that is not actually true. That isn't true. That logic is flawed. No matter what, if you're dealing with certain content, the content creators can still just decide that you aren't using their content in the way they want you to, or that they don't want you using it at all. And this isn't always clear. And it can be very difficult for someone just starting on YouTube to get started and to actually get a foot through the door. Because even the people that have been on YouTube for years, even major YouTubers, they still get held just like other YouTubers. They might have a larger audience, and that larger audience definitely is more likely to notice compared to a smaller audience. But here on YouTube, here on YouTube, you don't actually know what you can create and what you can't. Now, obviously, there are some common things that you don't want to post on YouTube. And you can generally figure out most things that you don't want on this site. Like, if you don't want to post anything that isn't safe for viewing at work, for example. You don't want to post anything like that on YouTube. But also, there is another problem to be addressed here is, well, one YouTuber can get hit with something and then another YouTuber can do the same thing. So, one YouTuber doesn't see any consequences at all for entire years, and they post something and they get a strike or whatever, and then a different YouTuber doesn't get a strike for doing the same thing the YouTuber that did get a strike did. This is definitely a problem, and I don't see YouTube trying to fix it. In fact, I don't think YouTube is ever going to attempt to fix it. Not without some seriously large numbers of people leaving their site. And I don't see large numbers of people actually leaving YouTube right now with the success that it has been. So what I see is YouTube using its capabilities to be dominant without doing anything about any of the complaints. Because they know that complaints or not, you'll be using that platform. And that is honestly bad for content creators because it means they can just ban any type of creation they want. I mean, sure, there is content that shouldn't be posted here, but under certain circumstances, I mean, honestly, people should have options for posting their content in a way that YouTube will not strike them down for. And I know that the copyright system on this site is part of what makes it so bad. But I don't think it's the only problem. I think there are other problems that are driving this to be a very big issue. And what I'm talking about when I say this is, well, because many YouTube... Hold on, where was I going with this? Anyway. It was something about YouTube and its copyright issues. Yeah, YouTube has a lot of those, and the system can be easily abused. Obviously, because people have done that, which sucks a lot, but... And that's what happens. That's what has happened. And I don't exactly agree with the mindset that copyrighted content cannot be used at all. No, obviously, do not make money off copyrighted content. Obviously, it falls under fair use to make anything, but once it starts getting into money, then that becomes a problem, because profiting based on someone else's creation is not good at all. But when I say you should be allowed to use copyrighted material, still make sure to support the creator of that content or creators, and still support and still credit anyone that you're using content from. But there is definitely a huge problem with the creation industry as a whole. Like, creators don't really get a lot of respect. We aren't necessarily as essential to a functioning society, which is definitely not good. Which is not good at all. Okay, I drew a card, and I'm going to put this face down. Okay, and I'm going to activate a skill. And no matter what, this skill is going to kick your ass. Yes, it's going to kick your ass. No. Okay, I'm attacking. I better attack. I better get to that. I have been, okay, well, I don't really want to, do I even want that card in my deck? I really had to think about this, right, briefly, I must think about this. Do I want this card in my deck? Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, I won that. Nice. Yeah, this deck is hit or miss. Yeah, so it's hit or miss. When it's good, it's very good. When you brick, well, you definitely you can argue that you got your way there. You can argue that you're the reason you bricked. But honestly, I mean, I'm talking about myself, really. Although, I don't know how many people actually watch my videos. And I don't know how long it'll take me to actually make videos that will be consistently watched. Also, I'm pretty sure that whatever I get known for in the future, it probably will not be this franchise, surprisingly enough. Like, in my head, I'm thinking that's what I'll probably be known for. But when we think about what will really make my numbers go up in terms of subscribers, I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh! is that medium. Also, I don't even know if I'll ever get big numbers of subscribers. I don't even know if I'll get to 100. But yeah, I do know that whatever I end up known for, I am trying to be careful when it comes to that. Like, I am thinking of preparations, you know, just in case. Just to safeguard my reputation. And to make sure that people know that, well, it can be easy for my reputation to be shattered. That I want to get the first word before anyone criticizes me or tries to cancel me or whatever. Because it's just so easy to do it. It's so easy to just it's easy to destroy me. It's easy to destroy my entire life, and I don't think that I want anyone to have that capability. Okay, it's my opponent's turn now. And to be honest, I don't actually know that I have to. I don't think I've got to take so many measures, but I am paranoid. And sometimes I just don't feel safe unless I put certain things into place. Like, I had to make sure that whatever I do, it isn't going to destroy my entire reputation. But also, I do need to take into consideration that, well, other people could destroy my reputation as well. Like, you can say anything and everything about me, and because I have no reputation right now, it's pretty easy for people to believe you. So if anyone wanted to destroy my life, I really don't think anyone would be questioning the legitimacy of that information. And that would be very bad for me, based on my inability to just handle that sort of thing, you know? Yeah, I don't want that to be I don't want my reputation to get ruined, like, if I ruin my own reputation, that is one thing. But if someone else ruins my reputation, then if I have no reputation, then no one can fact check anything. There's nothing to fact check because there's no other information. You can only reference what you're given. And when someone doesn't have a reputation, and that's the thing, then what becomes the defining thing is simple. You just end up having a bad reputation because that's all anyone knows about you. There's nothing else that can be your defense. And I'm not really part of any communities that can help be a shield either. There aren't really communities that I think would come defend me in large numbers. But I do think that it is very unlikely that anyone is actually going to try to destroy my life. I think it is incredibly unlikely that anyone is going to try doing that. I mean, it's a waste of time. I don't even think it's possible for someone to destroy my life without some amount of evidence that this or that, I guess. Okay. I won! My opponent surrendered. I like how I'm actually getting wins. Yeah, again, I like that I'm getting wins. I like that I even can win. I mean, when I started playing this game, I was like, I can't win. Like, I suck at this game. And since I started playing this game, I've learned that I do not, in fact, suck at this game. I'm not the best player, I will never be the best player, and I will still lose a lot, but I still get wins, and that's enough for me. That's all that really matters, is that I can win. Because obviously, this game is a competitive card game. So you want to be competitive in a competitive game, right? Obviously, I mean, that's just the point of a competitive card game to begin with. It's the point of any competitive game, is you be competitive. You show some competitive spirit and all that. And I think I prove enough of my competitive spirit just from my words alone. And my decision to keep playing this game over and over. I'm treating it like my job, basically. Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to put this card face down, which is a tactic I learned from the King Jack Atlas himself. The King Jack Atlas used this strategy against me. Although he's not the only person that has done it. Oh, it's still my opponent's turn. You know, in the game I'm playing, I used up all my sigils. And I didn't realize that. So that basically means that I used a bunch of event sigils in this game I'm playing. You know, does that deal piercing damage? I think. And now my opponent is probably irritated. I need to do something quickly because oh god. You know what? Well, I'm going to set this card face down. Might as well do something though. Like, activate skill. I wanted to draw one card, you know. But listen, guys, I'm in the habit of not using my spell counters. I mean, my speed counters. I don't really use them much. So, yeah, there's that. There's definitely that. Now I know I just wasted speed counters. Dude, is there anything I can call this? Spell I don't know. Spell and speed. Spell counters and speed counters. It's distracting. I end up going back and forth between them. And I keep calling the speed counters spell counters. And I'm sure a lot of people are confused. Give me a second. It's almost my turn. But, yeah. I need something fast. Oh, yes. Yes, I got what I wanted. I got what I wanted in spades. Give me a second. I know I've probably lost, but I've got to read this card. This card says, okay. Okay. I wanted to read that as quickly as possible, which actually made me you could barely understand what I was saying. This isn't working, is it? I mean, it's not like I'm surprised, but I certainly wish I could destroy it. I mean, it's obvious, right? Okay, well, it's off the field, but... And that's not what I wanted. Okay, well, I can't complain too much. Unless he brings it back, then I can complain again. Then I can complain... Wow. Dude. It's like some entitled... It's like some entitled bullshit is going on over here. Okay. Well, my opponent knows that one of my monsters can easily be destroyed if he just summons another one. Hold on a second. Dude. He brought it back. He brought the card back. Okay. Well, I pretty much lost this. Yeah, I pretty much lost. Like, there's no way in hell I can win now. Okay, well, I bet one of those deals piercing damage, or both. I don't know. There's both in there somewhere, I'm sure. Okay. Well, this does destroy the card. So, great, great. I hate that card. Though I'm sure a lot of people hate the cards I play as well, so, and definitely valid, I'll be honest. My soul burns with a desire for something that's better than this. I'm going to be honest here. I'm just going to, you know, this is very stupid, but also, if you look at my hand, there's really not much my opponent. I mean, there is not much I can do. It's very obvious, like, I've been defeated. I've been so defeated. I got my ass kicked. Legitimately. Like this is the legit destruction. This is legitimately destroying my entire life. And I mean my life points, not my actual life. Important. It's important to make this distinction. It's important to make this distinction. I don't even know what to do with myself anymore. Well, you know, it could be much worse. It could be worse. I mean, I've had worse duels. Although that duel is definitely down there with the worst ones. But, you know, when you create weird decks like this, of course you're going to lose a lot. But I like to be creative. Now, obviously, I don't have much of a card pool. I have enough cards to put together an elemental hero deck. I've gotten started on a light sworn deck and a lunar light deck. And a blue eyes deck. And a harpy deck. But again, I don't have many cards for a full build of anything. Which is definitely part of the problem. Give me a second. I see. I think I understand now. Now, I think my opponent can probably kick my ass. So I'm going to attack with this card, by the way. My opponent is expecting a straight light sworn deck, but I don't have the cards for that. Okay. Select one card to banish. Select one card to destroy. I don't even know that works. Yeah, it doesn't work at all. Like, I did nothing. And it's my turn. I end it. Great, that was so bad. But you know, spite makes you do stupid shit. So I'm still thinking about what to use this channel for and how I'm going to get to the point where I actually get to the content that I actually want to upload. Besides this content, that is. Obviously, I want to upload this content, but I don't always have the ability to just do it. I mean, eventually I'll run out of content to cover. So that's obvious. I lost. And that's fair. That's fair. Losing is a very big part of this game. And every player that plays this game should be able to handle loss reasonably well. Which is not what's actually true. We must remember that shoulds are not reality. They do not dictate reality. Okay, well, is this crow going to kick my ass, or am I going... Dude, that could be interpreted in multiple different ways. Because crow is named after a bird. No, I like crows, and I also like ravens. I like a lot of things that are actually pretty terrifying. And there are things I like that actually scare the hell out of me. If you want to know how I can do that, dude, I see it. I see it right now. I have been defeated. I wonder if my vampire deck has recovered yet. Although my lights weren't, though this deck is like, keep playing, can I stop getting... Yeah, well... Apparently apparently this is my life now, and this is where I get to see. Apparently this weirdness is part of the authentic YouTuber experience. At least for me it is. Okay, so my opponent... Let's look at my opponent, okay? He has 2 synchro monsters on his side of the field. Yes. Yes, and oh, let me look at this one. Okay. I don't know. Like, would this even work? But it doesn't even matter if it destroys any of them. What? Well, I picked the one with more attack, but that really does not save me at all. Like, he still has the advantage. Now I wonder if my opponent is going to activate an effect to destroy my face down defense position monster and just send it to the graveyard. Well, let's see what happens. So far I am terrified. But you know how it is. I'm not too terrified to duel. But I still have to follow the rules just like everyone else. So I may not have the cards to do anything. Okay, I draw 1 card. And my opponent gets from this that I do not have a card. And that I needed something that I could do. Obviously, I didn't get a very good card, but, you know. I need 4 different Light Sworn monsters in my deck. And I actually know that I can get those legitimately and summon Judgment Dragon. Because Judgment Dragon is... Okay, I've lost. There is no winning for me. I knew this from the start though. I mean, from his first turn, it was over. When he showed up, I was like, this is over. Yep, that's right. It was over from the start. I never had a chance. But, you know. Hopefully, eventually, I'll be able to make full decks of other archetypes instead of making these weird hybrid decks. But I like making weird hybrid decks. I like being creative. But that doesn't always mean that my creativity is used in a good way. Like, my deck might be creative, but it might also suck. And that is the same for any creation, really. Like, you may want to be a successful creator, but if your creation sucks, it doesn't matter what your opinion is, you are still going to have, you still have to get better. And now I have to get better at playing this game. Now, obviously, the best way to get better at doing anything is to do it over and over. Yeah, to keep doing it. For me, that means... Well, honestly, I don't really see myself being a top player in this game. I see myself sort of at the middle ground level. Now, I'm sure this could change in the future, but a lot would have to change for me to be that good. Now, obviously, I actually cannot say that I'm unable to actually experience that change because I'm going through a transition period, and it's going to mean a lot of changes for me because, as I've already said, I have a self-insert that feels out of character. A self-insert that feels out of character. I will repeat that. I have a self-insert that feels out of character. Make of that what you will, but it definitely sounds to me like there's something about me that's about to change. And apparently it's so significant, I can't even fathom it. I can't even imagine it ever happening at all. Okay. Does this guy have a Dark Magician deck? So far, I can see my opponent just getting rid of it. Okay, well, my opponent didn't get rid of it. And this isn't a Lunalight deck, but it does have a Lunalight monster in it. One day, I'm hoping to create a Lunalight deck, because I just want to make one. I would like to have the Lunalight deck on the character that actually uses that deck. Because I love that character so much, and she deserves better. But we can say that about a lot of the female characters in Yu-Gi-Oh! Although there is one Yu-Gi-Oh! Character that I think, I mean, was underutilized as a villain, sure, but I think she did enough to be a credible enough villain. Like, I'm obviously talking about someone from Brains that is a terrible person, did some terrible shit, was a horrible duelist, could have done anything he wanted with their deck, and he chose to do it in the most dumbest way possible. So, I would argue that the female dude, you sent everything Alright, give me a second. I am furious. Which doesn't mean anything, because why should my opponent care? Dude, what are you doing? Like, if you can do something, do it. Although, is this guy having connection issues? I'm not sure. I'm not sure because he has a set card. Okay. 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 No. Hold on. Dude, yeah. This is... My opponent has that... I imagined something that was not there. I need to stop doing that. I think I just imagined certain things being there because I certainly expect them to be there. But it's always my imagination. It's like, my imagination is lying to me. I need to start seeing things realistically. Like, if I'm dueling, I don't want to be seeing something that isn't actually there. But this isn't a hallucination, by the way. Because if it was a hallucination, I would not be able to play this game. I'm just telling you that right now. I mean, my hallucinations, I've hallucinated before, and I do have them. Which is unfortunate, but they aren't severe enough to be treated with medication. So I am on an antipsychotic, but it's not the reason that I'm not hallucinating. I've hallucinated on an antipsychotic at a full dose before. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Like, that shit is real. Okay, well, activate skill. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm trying to bring out the good strats. I really need to take out that card because I'm not using it. Okay. Your move. And it's your choice if you choose to attack me. Although I don't think the defense position... I think... Do you gain attack with that effect? Just asking. Okay, you sent cards to the I see. I see. I don't quite understand my opponent's strategy. Though that's my problem, not theirs. Okay, why is... Okay, well he obviously... Okay. Interesting. Waiting for a response. Okay. I'm going to edit this deck. I'm going to edit the deck and take out one of the traps. It's something that I never use, so I can just splash in Axe of Despair or something. Okay, so it's my opponent's turn. Now the waiting screen, the waiting pop-up thing did show up, so my opponent summoned a monster. Oh wow. Yeah, this trap, yeah. I wanted it in my deck. And yeah, actually, that is the card I got when I got that super rare ticket. I picked it out specifically because it would probably help against Blue Eyes decks. But not always, by the way, but not always. That must be emphasized. Okay. Well, what happens as a result of... Okay. If this face... I don't understand it. Like, whatever happens. Okay, well, you know what? I end my turn. Okay, well, my turn has ended. My turn is over. It is over indeed. I have really not been able to do much of anything lately. You know what I noticed earlier today when I thought maybe I'm lonely or something. I'm just like, seriously. I don't think loneliness is a problem I should be concerned about right now. Although, yeah, I am socially isolated, and that does get to me, but, well, you know. So, that card can destroy me. That card can turn everything around. Everything. Alright. It is the battle phase. Well, I guess I'll try to use this. I don't even know which card is being attacked. Well, it would obviously be this one in attack position. Shannon. Okay, select the card in the graveyard. Okay. That did not help me at all. Yeah, that is kind of the reason I'm thinking, maybe I should take that card out. And it was weak. It was weak as hell. Now, if this was a standard Light Sworn deck, I could see that being useful, but there are too many non-Light Sworn monsters in here for it to even be worth the consideration. I want to draw a card. I don't think I've got the... No. Oh god, I have to use it now. I have to commit. But there's... I don't want to do anything. I've committed, sure, but I'm ending my turn now. Well, anyway. So the competition is brutal. I think competition is pretty much always brutal, no matter which field you're in. You know, I almost won this duel. I almost won, but I did not win. No, it just takes one card to change the outcome of the duel. It only takes one card to change the outcome of this entire game. So, I'm hearing something concerning. Yes, I'm hearing something concerning, like, hold on a second. Are you talking to me? I don't know. I mean, that might mean I'm about to be disconnected soon. Well, I don't understand what's going on either. Maybe, but you never know. Yeah, I'll come talk to you if my internet goes down. Okay, so I was talking to my dad just now, and he was actually talking to me, which is why I had to stop doing commentary in relation to this game. And I'm sure it was loud enough to be recorded, at least my response, but I'm pretty sure the conversation itself as well. And let's just say this should probably be my last duel for the night, because apparently, dude, I don't want this to be my last duel of the night. But it sounds like there could be connection issues going on in this house. Now, obviously, I seem to be the one that was spoken to. And I'm online still. But you see, listen. I may still be online, but that doesn't mean I will stay online. Which is the problem. So, I think I'm going to do something real quick. I'm going to end the video here. And I'm going to make a video and see how long it lasts. This video is way too long already. So this will wrap up this video. I will come back soon with another one. So, give me a second to prepare myself for this next video. See you guys later.